Your words are making the meltdown worse. Picture this. Your 4-year-old is screaming on the Target floor because you said no to candy. Your instinct? Start explaining. We talked about this in the car. Remember? We don't buy treats when we're shopping for groceries. But with every word, the meltdown escalates. Here's what's really happening. Your child's brain is offline. Logic doesn't work. Reasoning backfires. And that stream of explanations, it's actually adding fuel to the fire. But there's a method backed by neuroscience that can bring down the intensity in under 90 seconds. It's a 6-step approach I call the co-regulation ladder. And the first step is going to feel completely backward to everything your instincts tell you to do. But before I show you what actually works, let's talk about why everything you've been trying doesn't. Here's the pattern you know too well. Your child melts down, you start talking, they escalate, you talk more, they get louder. You either lose your cool or give in just to make it stop. Then you feel terrible either way. Maybe you try reasoning. Mommy told you we're not buying toys today. Remember what we discussed? Or negotiating. If you calm down, we can talk about this. Or threatening. If you don't stop right now, there will be consequences. Here's why none of that works. When your child is melting down, their brain is in threat mode. The amygdala has taken over. The prefrontal cortex, that's where logic lives, is temporarily offline. Every word you add is more cognitive load on a nervous system that's already completely overwhelmed. This is why talking actually makes it worse. You're not a bad parent, you're just using the wrong tool at the wrong time. It's like trying to reason with someone who's having a panic attack. The intention is good, but the timing is all wrong. Fortunately, there's a completely different approach based on how the nervous system actually works. But there's a different way. A way that child therapists and neuroscientists use when traditional approaches fail. It's called co-regulation. Instead of trying to logic your child out of their meltdown, you use your nervous system to help regulate theirs. Think of your calm as a life raft they can hold on to while the emotional storm passes. Research shows that children literally borrow our nervous system regulation when theirs is overwhelmed. When you get your body and breathing right, their brain starts to downshift automatically. I've seen this transform families. Before, 20-minute meltdowns that left everyone exhausted and disconnected. After, intensity dropping in just a few minutes, kids learning to trust their emotions are safe with you, and relationships growing stronger through the storms instead of getting damaged by them. I call this the co-regulation ladder. 6 steps that spell out LADDER. Each step builds on the last, creating a pathway back to calm for both of you. The first step is going to surprise you because it goes against every instinct you have when your child is losing it, but it's the foundation that makes everything else work. Let me walk you through each rung of this ladder. Step 1. Lower your body. The moment your child starts melting down, get low, crouch down, kneel, or sit on the floor. Get your eyes level with theirs or even lower. Soften your face, relax your shoulders. Keep your hands open, not crossed over your chest. This works because when you're standing over a dysregulated child, your height and tension register as a threat. Their brain is already in fight or flight mode. A tall, stressed adult makes that worse. But when you lower yourself, you send a safety signal. You're not a tower of authority they need to defend against. You're a safe harbor they can approach. Picture that Target scene again. Instead of standing over your child while they're rolling on the floor, you crouch down about 2 feet away. Your face is soft, like you're watching a kitten that's scared. No judgment, no urgency, just calm presence. Before, your child sees you as part of the threat. After, you become part of the solution. The meltdown stops escalating immediately because you've removed one source of stress. But don't say anything yet, because what you do next is even more important. Step 2. Assess safety. Quickly scan the situation. Can your child hurt themselves? Are there dangerous objects within reach? Do you need to create more space? If safety is at risk, calmly block or redirect their physical actions. Move objects if needed. If you're in public, consider moving to a quieter spot. Not because you're embarrassed, but because reducing stimulation helps their nervous system settle faster. This isn't about controlling their behavior. It's about creating the conditions where their brain can regulate. A melting down nervous system is already overwhelmed. The more chaos and stimuli around them, the longer it takes to come back down. At bedtime, if your child is throwing pillows, quietly move anything breakable out of range. Don't comment on it, just create safety. In the car, if they're kicking seats, pull over safely and handle the meltdown there instead of trying to drive through it. Before, you're managing the meltdown and worrying about damage or danger. After, you can focus 100% on helping them regulate because safety is handled. If you only remember one thing from this entire video, remember this: your calm is contagious. But you can't be truly calm if you're worried about safety. Handle that first. Now comes the part where most parents accidentally make it worse. Step 3. Drop the words. Stop explaining, stop reasoning, stop negotiating, stop threatening. If you absolutely must speak, keep it to one descriptive sentence like "I see you're upset," then go silent. This is torture for most parents. Every fiber of your being wants to fix this with words. But here's what's happening in their brain. The language processing centers are offline. Each word you add is more cognitive load on a system that's already overloaded. Your explanations aren't reaching the logical part of their brain. They're just adding noise. At the Costco checkout, your child wants candy. Instead of, we don't eat candy before dinner, remember what mommy said in the car about making healthy choices? You say once, "I hear you want candy." Then you stop talking. When screen time is over and they melt down about the iPad, instead of a long explanation about rules and fairness, you say, "iPad time is finished." Period. Before, your stream of words signals that you're anxious, which makes them more dysregulated. After, your silence gives them space to feel their emotions without additional pressure. This is where the magic starts to happen, because now you can focus on the most powerful step. Step 4. Deliver regulation. Your body becomes their anchor. Breathe slowly and visibly. 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Stay completely present. Don't fidget. Don't check your phone. Don't radiate stress energy. This is co-regulation in action. Children's nervous systems are designed to attune to ours. Mirror neurons help them catch your calm the same way they catch yawning. Your steady presence becomes a safety signal that helps their amygdala downshift. Picture a restaurant meltdown. You're sitting quietly at their level, breathing deeply and rhythmically. Your eyes have a soft focus on your child. You're like a meditation cushion in the middle of chaos, grounded, steady, unmovable. During the morning routine, when your child is frustrated about putting on shoes, you sit beside them and breathe at a calm rhythm. No rushing, no anxiety about being late, just solid, peaceful presence. Before, your tension feeds their tension, creating an upward spiral. After, your groundedness helps them borrow your regulation, creating a downward spiral toward calm. Most parents think this step is ineffective because nothing dramatic happens immediately. But watch carefully. Within 1 to 3 minutes, you'll notice their breathing starting to match yours. But timing is everything for the next step. Step 5. Emotion label, only when it dips. Wait until the intensity drops by about half. If they started at a 10 out of 10, wait until they're around a 5. Then offer a simple label. You feel frustrated, or that was disappointing. Match their energy level. If they're still pretty intense, keep your voice calm but present. If they've softened significantly, you can be gentler. The key is timing. Too early and you add stimulation. At the right moment, you validate and calm. Affect labeling activates the prefrontal cortex, which helps downregulate the amygdala, but only when their brain is ready to receive it. Back to the iPad example. Your child goes from screaming to whimpering. That's your cue. You really wanted more iPad time. At the playground, when they have to leave, they go from crying hard to sniffling. It's hard to leave when you're having fun. Before, labeling too early gets, "You don't understand me," and re-escalation. After, labeling at the right dip gets "Yes, you get it," and connection. When you time this right, you'll see their body relax. They feel heard and understood. They're ready for the final step. And now, the make or break moment that determines whether this becomes a growth experience or just damage control. Step 6. Repair and teach. Later. Right after the meltdown, offer a quick repair. "That was hard, we got through it together." Keep it simple, save the teaching for later, at least an hour, sometimes the next day. When their brain is back online, teach one specific skill for next time. Keep it concrete and manageable. Next time you can say, "I'm disappointed," instead of throwing. Or, when you want something at the store, you can say, "I hope we can get that next time." The brain needs time to return to baseline before it can learn effectively. But that repair message is crucial. It tells them the relationship survived the storm. Your connection is intact. Immediately after Target, "You had big feelings about that candy. I stayed with you." That evening at home, let's practice what you can say next time you want something at the store. Before bedtime, role play asking for things calmly. Before, lecturing immediately after meets a defensive brain where nothing sticks. After, teaching later meets a receptive brain where real skills develop. This is where real emotional intelligence grows. Your child learns actual coping strategies instead of just compliance. And your relationship gets stronger through these challenging moments instead of damaged by them. That's the complete co-regulation ladder. 6 steps that work with your child's nervous system instead of against it. So, what does this look like in real life? In the first week or two, meltdowns still happen, but they're shorter. More importantly, you feel confident instead of helpless. You know exactly what to do. Your child starts to trust that you'll stay calm even when they can't. After a month or two, something beautiful happens. Your child begins to regulate faster because they've learned the rhythm from you. Public meltdowns become less intense because your child knows you won't panic or get angry. They feel safe to have big emotions with you. 6 months from now, your child develops an emotional vocabulary. Instead of melting down, they start saying things like, "I feel frustrated," or "I'm really disappointed." When siblings fight, they copy the calm way you handle emotions. Your home becomes a place where feelings are safe, but the biggest change is in you. You transform from a behavior controller into an emotion coach. Instead of fearing your child's big feelings, you become the person they come to when they're struggling. They trust you with their hardest moments. Picture this scene 6 months from now. You're at a restaurant. Your child is disappointed they can't have dessert. Instead of a meltdown, they say, "I really wanted that cookie," with a sad voice. You respond, "I can see that disappointment on your face. That's hard." Your child nods, takes a deep breath, and says, "Maybe next time." Other parents watch with admiration, wondering how you raised such an emotionally intelligent child. But you know the truth, it wasn't magic. It was consistent co-regulation, one meltdown at a time. But I know you're thinking about some real-world concerns. I know you're thinking, what if my child hits, bites, or throws things during a meltdown? Here's what I want you to remember. Safety always comes first. That's step A in the ladder. You can block, redirect, or remove your child from danger while staying calm. Your job isn't to be a punching bag, it's to be a safe harbor. You hold boundaries with your body, not your words. Stay low, stay calm, but protect yourself and others. I know you're thinking, if I don't say anything, am I just ignoring my child's behavior? This isn't ignoring, this is strategic responding. You're present, attuned, and actively co-regulating. Ignoring is walking away or checking your phone while they melt down. This is conscious, loving presence during their emotional storm. You're teaching them that big feelings are safe to have with you. This is where most parents accidentally make it worse. They think silence means they don't care. I know you're thinking, what if I lose my cool too? What if I can't stay calm? Welcome to parenting. When you dysregulate, you repair afterwards. Mommy got overwhelmed too. That wasn't how I wanted to handle that. Your imperfection actually teaches them that humans make mistakes and fix them. You model the repair you want them to learn. Progress, not perfection. So, where do you start? Here's your 20-second challenge. The next time your child has big emotions, just practice step L, lower your body, and observe. Don't try to do all 6 steps perfectly. Just notice what's different when you get on their level instead of towering over them. Remember this, your calm is their pathway back to peace. Think back to that Target scene from the beginning. Imagine if instead of explaining about the candy rules, you had simply lowered down, stayed present, and let your nervous system guide theirs back to calm. The meltdown would have been shorter, the connection would have stayed intact, and your child would have learned they can trust you with their biggest feelings. Drop a comment below and share one meltdown trigger your child commonly has. I'll reply with specific ladder tips for that exact situation. Next week, I'm sharing the 3 words that stop sibling fighting instantly. Hint, they're not stop it now. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Your journey to calmer, more connected parenting starts with step L. Lower your body. Everything else builds from there.